So today I will speak to the alternative community, especially for those who in a way are dedicated, more or less, to helping the world, to make the world a better place. And I will speak to the seekers of truth, or the ones that have potential to become a seeker of truth in these communities. You see, you are very important for the world because you have a lot of visibility. But also, the ones that are sincere are facing oppositions, seen and unseen, to an extent that most of you are unaware of. And I will not talk about this today because, or even I won't, because these things, well, and you see, these seen obstacles, they are easier because you can perceive them, so it is far more easier to go around them, to go over them. But the unseen ones, they are more difficult, you see, because they are operating from the intimate space of perception, sometimes, and sometimes from the unseen, or what is called unseen realities. Unseen for some, for others it is quite visible. Plus your own difficulties, your own, how do you say this, resistances towards the path, towards the change, towards the leaving behind values, and all of these investments. So there are a lot of factors, you see. So for the one who is trying to do this, everything becomes more difficult. So the obstacles will arise more intensely. On the other hand, there's a level of responsibility, because where you're standing and the projection you have to the world, you're an example, a visible example. So whatever you're doing, this is what's making the difference, not what you're saying. There is a vibration, and this is the most important. There is a vibration that each one of you has. And this vibration is really what makes the difference, not the words. There is a common story, a shared story with a lot of seekers, that they had a quest, a genuine quest, and they got in touch with spiritual teachings. So lights came over with ideas in how to help others because they have found a treasure, and this is perfectly normal. And then they thought, why shouldn't I live of this while I'm doing my own work and helping others at the same time? And eventually this naive dream collapses in an unseen way. You see, because all these obstacles that I was talking about, they will divert the attention of this seeker, and he will be dedicated to helping others, but its own personal work, its quest for freedom, is lost in the middle of helping others. And then the struggles for security, attention, importance, affection, and all of this, slowly, this is very slowly, in a very subtle way. It's not all at once. And then your days are spent teaching and preparing the teachings and taking care of the business and all of these things, and nothing else. So you are talking about new values. You are teaching a way to a better human life. But the deep down core of that life that you are showing, it is a worldly life with the same worries, the same things. Because somewhere along the path you have forgotten the most important thing. And I will speak about this, the world, about its reality, its unexistent reality, later. Now I'm speaking to those who are focusing on the reality of the existent reality, the concrete reality. Both are true, whatever that means. So if you want really to make a world a better place, it is impossible to do so being a part of the problem, being a part of the world. If you don't raise your vibration, your consciousness, and these words, don't get scared, these are for the world believers. And there are some of you that understand that you have a path to follow into the quest for truth, but still you have a difference to make in this world. But you will never make that difference by being a part of it in the same way. There are things you need to bring to this world. Sacredness, reverence, devotion, surrender. To name a few. A higher vibration. And this has nothing to do with the words you are giving. Your words and your actions, they don't make so much of a difference. They are a script part. It is the vibration. And if you're a part of that world, you're a part of that world's vibration. I hear this very often, that people come and they say that through their work they are raising the vibration. And that is a naive understanding. Especially when you're living an ordinary life with worldly goals. How is your vibration? How does vibration changes? But surely if you're teaching those things, those spiritual teachings, well, surely you are practicing them, aren't you? Or are just running and taking care of a lot of things at the same time? For worldly people, you are their hope. But you have to gain the courage to rise above, to live what you have been teaching. You have to be true, to arise the fire of the seeker of truth, or else it doesn't make sense. You're just increasing the problem, just being a part of the problem, not a part of the solution. It's not about what you do, but the motivations of what you're doing. And they are watching you. You see? I see this a lot. Spiritual institutions, alternative schools, and all of this that are coming with a new philosophy, new for them, for the others, for the rest of the world. And they are adapting these philosophies to a way that a worldly person can take them. And they keep to themselves the other goals of their philosophies, and believing that they will make a difference slowly in people, without even they perceiving it, because or else they will get scared. They will run away, they will reject that. But this adapting, is this really because of them? Because of the others? Or is it about your own fears of getting rejected? Or behind your alternative model of whatever, of a school, of a community, whatever, is the same need to make money, to have security, projection, attention, affection. Are you really goodness oriented? Or money oriented? Whatever your real motivations are, this is what you're passing through. And everybody claps in the chest and says, no, but this is only for the best. And it is true for some, for others it isn't. But for the majority it can be true. But you will only be able to know it if you question, if you test yourself in the ways that only a seeker of truth can. And as you get the courage to rise the carpet, the dirt starts appearing. The seeker of well-being, they look, oh no, I don't want to see it. the seeker of truth, he looks at it. It hurts to see, but also there is a joy that arises, because by seeing it, I can remove it. And then I can maintain myself faithful to this need to help, to make the world a better place. And I'm not encouraging anything to anybody, just clarifying. And this is a very, at the vibration level, you see, there is always a fight. So all the compromises, yes, all the compromises you are making it is giving in to a lower vibration. You see, they are always struggling it is unavoidable. Giving in, making conceptions, it is lowering the vibration. If one it is lowering, the other it is going higher. So if the spiritual community is adapting the teachings, the courses, the whatevers, to something that can be accepted by a worldly person, it has taken practically everything that was spiritual there and made it worldly. And this has nothing to do with helping, because that teaching, whatever it was, if it was really spiritual, it should have gone that way, in an honest way, in a pure way. But without its content, you're not helping. You're just making things worse. Why? Because she will get the teaching. She will do the same things she has been doing with everything else. And she will get frustrated in the same. So in her mind, it is the teaching not working. So tomorrow, when she is ready for that teaching, it has passed already. She will not go again into that because the memory says it doesn't work. You have a part. Everyone has a part. Everyone is telling a story to the world. And it is about each one's vibration. And this has nothing to do with judgment, but with opportunity. You see, speaking to seekers of well-being, it's very difficult because all their pains are always at the surface. So whatever it is pointed, it is a judgment, a recrimination, an evaluation, a rejection, because they are still in a very childish manner. For the seeker of truth to arise, it has to go through its apparent limitations. He will have to face to a certain extent his fears, his beliefs about not being good enough and all these things. Or else it's difficult to hear something without going to the same confusions. So this is not about recrimination. This is wake-up call. Most of you, some of you, have taken even vows. Are in the front of institutions, spiritual institutions, that had an intention behind them, a clear spiritual intention, and you forgot this. Now you're creating social institutions. Have lost the fire. Only the form continues and expands. The content shrinks. You have to regain the content, the fire, and to be centers of fire for others that come. And to be able to really make a difference, you have to arise from the water. You're trying to be happy like anyone else. You haven't spent time enough in your own teachings, seeing what they really mean, because their significance will change as you grow, as your vibration increases, as your mind becomes more clear. Significance, the meaning will change and change and change. It will open new and new doors until stillness, but this is another day. Like I was saying, if you spend time enough with your teachings, you will know their validity. And their validity is short time span. You see? It doesn't last long. For the seeker of well-being, it lasts a long time. For the seeker of truth, it doesn't. There's no such thing as a right teaching or a wrong teaching. They suit a specific moment. After they've fulfilled their purpose, they become obsolete. This is very fast. This is not about judgment. Like I said, it is about opportunity. If you really want to help the world, as your heart is asking, you have to start first with yourself. And even if you're doing something towards the others, you cannot stop your own work. The moment it stops or slows down, or you become entertained with other things, it's gone. It's gone. Whatever you are teaching, you have to test it. You have to see it for yourself. It has to become true for you. If it's not true for you, it means nothing. You're just, and it is very easy to forget the main purpose. Very easy. And there are a lot of obstacles, seen and unseen, to make you forget, to drag yourself again to the same place where all are, to make your voice just another voice in the middle of the confusion, adding to the confusion. But if you're there, you have the potential to rise above all that. It will not be easy. It will take a lot of honesty, a lot of strength to see, to recognize, and to change. And this is what others are expecting from you. Worldly people will resist. They want what they want, as anyone else. But if they have a chance of seeing something really different, pure, then something authentic can arise. They will resist, then they will take it. If you're reshaping things, adjusting to the consumer's expectations, this has nothing of spiritual in it. And the biggest offense that you are making is to yourself. The spiritual quest is never about what you haven't understood, what you supposedly did wrong. Sometimes when these things are pointed, this is what comes to the seeker. Oh, I did wrong, I did this again. Oh, and this is a waste of time. It is, in a way, the same process, but this is another conversation. For the seeker of truth, it is always about opportunity. So I was doing this wrong. I was doing this for the wrong reasons. Wow, that sucks, really, but good. Now I know I can make different. I can start over. Start over. This is very good because sometimes these structures that have been created become a prison. If you're trapped in these needs for recognition, for attention, for importance, sometimes starting over, just collapsing whatever is there, it is very good. Very good. It's liberating, empowering. If this is for you, don't be afraid of starting over. If it's not for you, well, then it's not for you. Fine. Don't waste time evaluating. If something is seen as not fitting, not right, change it. If you're not able to change it, don't give up on it. Don't pretend it is okay. Keep it in mind until the point that you are able to change it, and don't stop trying. The world is looking to this alternative community. Is the world becoming more spiritual? Or is spirituality becoming more worldly?